Hi everybody, today we're going to see how I draw Malcore. Okay, so let's start off with a quick sketch. And this is mostly just for me so I can make a decision how I want him to be standing. And I think I'm going to have him flying because he's got those cool wings, right? So I think a flying pose would be good. We just got to find him, make sure we got enough space and enough time for the detail because he's got a lot of detail. I've got to try to make him a little bit, that's a little too small. Let me make that head a little bit bigger just to make sure we have enough room for all his cool details. Right? Because he's got a lot of them. And I want to make sure we get everything in for you. Let's see. We got these really cool horns. They kind of come out and up like that. And then there's like more coming out. He's got a lot of detail, so hopefully we've got enough time for this. Well, we always have enough time, right? We just have to make sure we prioritize and get it all right. Okay, there's his head. And let's see. We'll draw his chest right about here. And then he's got two belts. I have to make those little fin. Okay, and just draw his legs like that. And let's see, he's got that over here. And he's got big old boots because he's got big old shoes, right? We're going to make him hanging down just a little bit to show that he's floating. And same thing here. So he's kind of, let's see, just kind of floating off because he's flying, right? And let's see, that one's going to be out like that. So now, let's draw some quick wings to make sure I got that for you. Okay, so he's kind of off flying like that. So let's see, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure I got everything where I need it. And we can get going. So I'm going to switch over to a couple of sharpies, and I'm going to use a fat sharpie, which is a fine point, and a sharpie pen for some detail. So I'm going to start off with the sharpie pen for the detail. You're welcome to continue with pencil, but since he's got so much detail in him, I'm going to have to start with this, and we'll see where we go from here. So I'm going to draw a couple of eyes like this. That, and they're pretty dark around here, so I'm gonna start thicken them in just a little bit more, and then I can draw some angry eyes like that. And that's his little angry face, right? So I'm gonna draw one line down for his nose. I'm gonna pick about the middle like that and draw a little line like this. One more up like that. Bring his nostrils in like this. Then I can draw his mouth. So let's draw, he's got that angry mouth, right? So I'll draw his bottom lip, top lip like that, and that'll take care of this. So let's draw he's got that little eyeball like thing in his forehead, like that. And then his hair kind of comes around, but let's draw the rest of his head so you know where that's going to end. So let's draw his cheekbones, bring it in like this. bring in the bottom of his cheek like that, and let's do his other cheekbone in like this. Do the bottom of his jawline over here. And I'm going to thicken that up just a little bit, just so it'll stand out with what the other Sharpie that's going to be coming here in a second, and it won't stand out too much. He's got little dots all over the place, but I'm going to take care of that with color. So let's go give him a couple ears real fast, like this. Another one like that. And I know that one's kind of floating, but you'll see why in a second. I'm going to connect this around for his hairline and do like that. And that'll be his hairline, right? And this one's just going to come here because you can't see it on the other side. And let's draw his horns. They're coming out, so this one's in front. So let's switch over actually. Let's go to the big Sharpie now. So I'm going to draw. It's going to be floating because it's going to connect to his head in a second. So it's going to do like this, right? And then it's going to come up like this. And he's got one coming from the inside like that. And then let's draw the side of his head to here. So I'm going to draw like this. And this line is connected into there because basically it's like a loop that goes around like that. So let's draw this part right here. We're going to draw this line, come down like this, and loop it back around. Let's go ahead and just finish it off like that. And that's basically that part. You see how that is? And let's connect it to his head like this, and let's draw that one inside like that, and that'll take care of his head. So let's go ahead and draw his little kerchief that he's got. He's got that big old scarf kerchief like that. And let's draw a couple of lines because it's got creases and folds like a really cool kerchief. And we're going to draw another one underneath because it's like a couple different layers. And let's draw his shirt right here. So we're going to draw a little bit of his sleeve, come down like that. Same thing over here. We're going to draw a little bit of the sleeve, come down like that. And he's got a little details there. We'll come back with the sharp one and do it in a second. And let's draw his hand. So I've got one hand kind of facing you. I've got one going out. So to show you, I'll draw the one going out first. Maybe that'll make more sense. So I'm going to draw the shoulder and down for the bicep, under the side of the bicep like that. And I'm going to draw his forearm like this. And then his other forearm like that. And his hand's going to be kind of going down like that. So let's go ahead and point it down and out like this. Going to bring this one in and pretty much just draw like a claw is what it's going to look like. I'm going to draw the other fingers, and that's all you got to really do is imply, right? Because we're not going to draw all the details, just most of them. So now that we know what that hand's going to do, this one's going to do kind of the same thing, but the hand's going to be up like this. So let's draw that shoulder down to the bicep out, and this forearm is up at you like that. So let's draw it like this. That'll take care of the foreshortening, so it's pointed right at you. And I'm going to draw his hand into a fist. So this one's kind of a little tricky, but I'll show you how to do it. We're going to draw his knuckles out here and his thumb right here. So basically, let's draw that thumb first. We're going to come in and do like that. And so now we're going to draw his fingers, which are pretty much just like sausages, like that. That's what I like to call them. You just draw like this and draw the other one in there. So that's the inside of his hand like that. So now we just got to draw the rest of his hand like that. And that's just kind of, facing down, pointing at you, a little different, a little something for fun. So let's draw his buckles. So he's got one like that, another one like that. And that's okay that went past because we're going to draw his belt anyway. So we're going to go and connect it down and bring it in. Same thing, connect that. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to do this. And that'll take care of his belt. And we're going to draw the rest of his pants and legs, but he's floating, so he's not really standing. They're just going to be kind of floating with him. So we're going to come down and draw like that for his pants. I'm going to come down with his other leg like this, and draw a little bit more of his pants like that. So now we've got all these details for his big old teeth boots. They're kind of weird, but that's what we're going to do. So let's draw down like this and in like that. And we're not going to have to worry about all the detail, but we're going to add a little bit like that. So it kind of looks like we actually drew it all in, right? Let's connect it like that. So you see how it looks almost like teeth? Kind of weird. And we're going to bring it in like this. Connect it like that. Bring that one out. In. Connect it like that. Then we're going to draw his feet, which he's got big spikes on his shoe protector. Like that. And then he's got another spike right here, real big. And we can draw the front of his boot. And he's got spikes on the front of those. And that'll take care of one foot. We'll connect it like that a little bit more. So let's draw this other one here. So I'm going to draw the top of his leg over like this. This is behind this one, so I'm going to bring it in like that. Draw some creases for pants. And then I can draw his crazy teeth thing. So I'm going to do like that for teeth. Come down. Like that for teeth. Connect it there. And then I'm going to bring this in like that. We'll do it over here too, just to give those spiky detail. You know, he's got a lot of spiky details all over the place. We're going to do like that. I'm going to keep adding them because they're all over his boots. Oh, he's got some on the side too, man. Okay, he's got 3 over here. Like that. And that should take care of his shoes. He's got a lot of spiky details on his shoes. So I'm gonna come in like this, and I'm just kind of like doing some detail because he's got so much detail that it's kind of almost impossible to redraw the exact same thing. So we're just gonna kind of have some fun with it and draw as much as we can to make it look all bumpy and crazy like he's got. He's got another spike like that. So his boot comes down, and he's got that shoe protector, which has got spikes on it. He's got his big old boots that come out like that, and then he's going to come down, another spike there, spike here, spike there, and that should take care of his boots. So I'm going to come back and add a few more details. And I'll do that with the sharp pen too, because he's got a lot to go. So let's just keep going with his wings, and then I can come back with the sharper Sharpie and add some of those. So let's just build some wings out like this. And that's to a little claw right there. And I'm going to bring it out like this. And then this one's going to kind of, let's do the other one too so you know where it is. So I'm going to draw like that. And then another one like this. That way we know how to connect them, right? We know where to connect them. Okay, so now we can connect them and it'll make more sense. So I'm just going to go like this, like that. And this one is going to kind of go like that. And that'll give it a little bit of style, right? So same thing here. We're going to go and draw that little talon part right there. And bring this out. Another one there. Bring this out. Another one there. Another one there. And one more right there. So again, we just connect them. And that'll take care of that. So I'm going to add a few more details because he's got quite a bit, and then I'll add the rest in color. So see how that's so thin? I'm going to darken this up just a little bit just to make it stand out as much as the rest of it. It doesn't look so weird with real thin lines here. So I am just coloring this in. You don't have to, but I'm doing it for mine so it'll stand out a little bit more, or maybe not stand out as much. So he's got so many little dots and details all over his head You're welcome to do this. You don't have to. I'm just kind of adding some of the like scales that he has kind of all over his head. And there's no specific way to do this. I just know they're there. He's got some on his eyebrows. And then do a big one there, small one there, smaller one there, tiny little dot. He's got some on his cheekbones. And you don't have to do it where I'm doing it. I'm just throwing them in different places to make it look like a pattern, because he's got kind of a weird like well, I don't know what you would call it, but he's got like some scales. There you go, so scales. So I'm just going to kind of do like something like this, and that'll kind of take care of that. You know what? I'm going to do it with a big Sharpie because some of it's black, and you know what? He's also got like that. Color that in. These you can't see because it's on the other side, but I'll at least color these in, so we can at least have some, right? Because on some of them you can't really see because of the way that we drew it, but some you can see. So it's almost like little chocolate chips, right? Because it's kind of like dragon skin, I guess. Okay, so a few more little details. Let's add those little little things that are holding his clothes together, like that. I'm gonna connect it like this. And for me, I'm just gonna add a few little details in his pants, just to give him some creases. It looks like it's all bent over. You don't have to do this, but I do because that's what I'm used to drawing. Okay, and that is Malcore. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.